like a holiday one-shot, but you just don't have the time, energy, or the spoons? Don't worry, we got you. Come join us as we revel in our Thanksgiving one-shot that you can use at your own table this year, for free. Nestled deep within the kingdom of Revelin, in the opulent halls of House Varthagen, a grand feast was to be held, one that would rival the most legendary of banquets. Lord Alfric Varthagen sought to awe his visiting nobles with a centerpiece of spectacle and splendor, the Cockengrys. This creation, born of both culinary mastery and audacious whimsy, was a marvel to behold. The cooks painstakingly sewed the roasted head and torso of a grand turkey onto the lower half of a suckling pig. Once this chimeric monstrosity was spitted and cooked through, it was gilded with saffron and fine gold foil, shimmering under the banquet hall's flickering torchlight. But fate would have it that a guest of dubious invitation, a sorcerer known only as Sarfic, bore a grudge against Lord Alfric. Whether spurred by some insult, petty rivalry, or an overindulgence in wine, Safric unleashed a spell of wild magic upon the gilded centerpiece. The Cockengrys stirred, its gilded wings unfurling with a metallic sheen and its porcine legs stomping upon the grand feast table. To make things worse, it had been imbued with a strange and fearsome power. Plates, goblets, and cutlery floated ominously around it, animated by its newfound telekinetic might. It bellowed an unearthly gobble squeal, declaring dominion over the feast and demanding its own form of grotesque justice for its unnatural creation. The nobles were trapped, held hostage by flying candlesticks and enchanted cheese boards. The feast descended into chaos as the Cockengrys turned the halls into its fortress, every roasted pheasant and glazed carrot dancing in malicious defiance of its creators. To this day, the legend of the Cockengrys serves as a cautionary tale in Revelin. In jest and in earnest, cooks whisper to their apprentices, "Mind your stitching, and keep the sorcerers far from the spit." The players will find themselves in the thick of the pandemonium. Whether they are frazzled cooks or valiant bodyguards, their approach to the Cockengrys' uprising will shape the fate of the feast and maybe even their lives.
This is fine.
The players can fight the Cockengrys head-on or try and talk to one of the NPCs in the middle of battle. If they approach Sarfic, they'll probably find him skulking in a corner, half regretting his actions, but also somewhat delighted by the chaos. Maybe the players convince him to help take down the Cockengrys, or they capture him to curry favor with Lord Varthagen. Lord Varthagen is likely furious, trying to save face in front of his important guests. Players can try and coax a reward out of him for solving the crisis quietly, or perhaps their methods enrage him, leading to punishment once everything has settled down. Once the players decide to take on the Cockengrys, the fun really begins. But first, let's talk about our very first sponsor for our channel, Homie and the Dude. You probably know Homie and the Dude from their successful Kickstarter, The Wandering Tavern, which Mr. Worm and I backed. The Wandering Tavern is a Studio Ghibli-inspired and system-agnostic floating TTRPG setting with optional D&D 5e stats included. It's cram-packed full of plot hooks, mysteries, threats, and everything you need for a campaign. However, if you already have an established world or setting, The Wandering Tavern is the perfect, unique pit stop for your players to visit, take a load off, and delve into a whole new sort of adventure. They are also the creators of Sky Zephyrs, a 250-page tome that reimagines how vehicles and airships operate in D&D 5e. Unlock a whole new way to experience swashbuckling, dynamic three-dimensional vehicle movement, and combat as you take your adventures to new uncharted heights. Soar across the skies in your custom-built Zephyr and hand-selected aircrew. Use their vast collection of items, spells, and player options to turn the tide as you face a menagerie of creatures and NPC Zephyrs. If all of this sounds awesome to you and you want to support our channel, you can. When you put in the code TT10 at checkout, you'll get 10% off your order from everything on the website. That's right, everything. So go to Homie and the Dude's website listed in the description below, use the code TT10 to get 10% off and support our channel. Thank you, Homie and the Dude, for sponsoring this video. The Cockengrys is a grotesque yet captivating fusion of culinary mastery and magical chaos. While its appearance, a turkey's torso sewn onto a pig's hindquarters, is as ludicrous as me having tact, the danger it poses is no joke. Reanimated through wild magic and imbued with a twisted will of its own, the Cockengrys rampages with agility, cunning, and an eerie mastery over its surroundings. The Cockengrys' turkey half gleams with golden foil and saffron-streaked skin, a testament to its once decadent preparation. Its head is cocked with a predatory gleam, sharp beak snapping menacingly. Below it, the pig legs are slick with juices, giving it an unnerving speed and stability. The fusion of the two halves is marked by grotesque stitching, pulsing faintly with magical energy. The Cockengrys' greasy butt makes it a nightmare to pin down. Thanks to its greasy pig trait, grapple checks against this creature are done at disadvantage. And when cornered, the slippery turkey trait lets the Cockengrys use its reaction to slide away from combatants, and any opportunity attacks made against it are at disadvantage. Though this vile creature only possesses a rudimentary intellect, the Cockengrys wields a sinister magical prowess that belies its absurd form. It uses spells like Command and Charm Person to sow discord among its enemies, turning allies into unwilling accomplices. Its Spray of Cards spell, reimagined as a barrage of enchanted silverware, turns the battlefield into a chaotic parody of Be Our Guest. The Cockengrys' most formidable power, however, lies in its ability to control objects and creatures with its I Will Not Be Eaten legendary action. I Will Not Be Eaten is mostly the telekinetic spell just tweaked to fit the power scale of a small monstrous Jorkenhog. Yank objects from the creature's grasp? Check. Move creatures that are a threat? Check. Control objects to yeet them at other people? Check. The Cockengrys can also take 2 actions from the Bite, Throw Object, or Cast a Spell features. The Cockengrys' Bite may not deal a lot of damage, but it can charm a creature if they fail a Charisma save. How is a Bite cute? Have you ever been bitten by a ferret? They're adorable even when they nip you. The Throw Object action can take objects controlled by I Will Not Be Eaten and make them dangerous projectiles. Beware of flying spoons.
A spoon, Morty? A spoon? Sorry!
If you want this monster or one-shot, then we've got you. Bring the chaos of the Cockengrys to your table with our free PDFs in the video description below, including the full one-shot adventure Feast of Fury, designed to make your players laugh, strategize, and panic in equal measure, the complete Cockengrys monster stat block, and beautifully crafted maps to immerse your players in the story. Thank you for joining us on this deliciously absurd journey into the world of the Cockengrys. If you're hungry for more, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll never miss another video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see y'all next time. Have a great rest of your day.
Welcome to Tabletop Ones, where the end was played.